welcome back to our knitting podcast channel. I think this might be episode 9.
10, I think.
10, okay. We're the Knitting Twinnings podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Julia.
We're back after 2 months. Our last episode was in August, and now it's the beginning of October, and the weather has changed.
It's officially autumn in Paris.
Yes.
Oh, here's Basile. Baz.
I would like to nap, but you guys are being noisy. So it's officially autumn here.
It's much cooler. Today the weather is really beautiful, but we've had some very moody, rainy days.
We still don't have any central heating at the moment.
No, so it's definitely sweater weather inside.
Yes.
And outside.
So
we thought we would come back and check in and catch up with you all on what we've been knitting and what's been going on, I guess.
We've both been sick, as
Yeah.
we can hear from your voice. You've been really sick this week.
Yeah.
With, how do you say angine in
Strep
English?
throat.
Strep throat, yeah.
It's kind of virus season at the moment. A few of my colleagues have had COVID. I got really sick last weekend with strep throat. We even had a little trip to the emergency doctor
On Sunday night.
last
Woo.
Sunday because I was feeling okay, and then suddenly it felt like my throat had closed up, and it was super scary. The doctor said, no, it's fine, it's just everything is very swollen and everything, but I had a little bit of a panic moment, and it was really uncomfortable, a little bit scary, but everything is fine. I've just been out sick for a few days and then back at work a little bit because it's very busy. So I work for a yarn company called La Bien-Aimée here in Paris. Of course, fall is our busy season. It's knitting season, knitting weather.
And knitting festival season.
Knitting
as well.
festival season. So
we might share our plans for the coming weeks.
Yeah, we have
so you're gonna be really busy.
some very exciting fall plans. Next weekend, I go with La Bien-Aimée to Lyon to a festival called Knit It. It's a festival we attend every year, and we really love it. Lyon is a beautiful city in France, and the Knit It festival is always a great time for us. We go with a designer who we love to work with called Nadia Crétin-Lechen, and CL Knits, and so I'm just excited and looking forward to it. So that's next weekend, and then the following weekend I go to Rhinebeck. I can't believe it's almost here. That's the New York Sheep and Wool Festival. It's been on my bucket list forever, and this year my boss Amy of La Bien-Aimée, she invited me to go with her, so I'm incredibly excited. And yeah, I cannot wait. I'm a very anxious flyer, so I'm not looking forward to the traveling part, but I do love traveling, I just don't like flying. But I'm gonna bring lots of knitting with me, and
in French we say c'est un mal pour un bien, meaning it's a necessary evil.
You have to get on that flight in order to get to where you're going.
If you want to go to the States from Paris, then you don't have a choice, you
No,
know.
you have to fly.
You have to fly. So.
But also, it's been getting much better, I feel, in the last few years. We had a really bad flying experience a long time ago.
In 2008, coming back from New York.
Yeah. We experienced the most severe turbulence.
For the whole of the flight.
Yeah.
Because there was probably a problem with the plane, but probably a problem that wasn't like really dangerous, meaning that we could do the trip, just couldn't leave our
seats or anything.
Yeah,
just
it was bumpy the whole way, really, really bumpy, not like a bit bumpy, like really, really bumpy, like you can't get up from your seat or anything. So it was really a really bad experience, but you know, when you want to, you know, be open and be curious about the world and travel and meet new people and have new experiences, then you have to do it. So
yes,
you take your anxiety pill, you get on the plane, and then you look forward to what's to come, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And just attending Rhinebeck is such a, I feel like such
I'm not jealous at all.
Unique
Not
experience.
jealous at all.
So
I haven't dreamt about going there for 10 years now,
so yeah, I'm
another
super,
time
super
for me,
excited.
but I'm really, really excited for you that you're going there. So you have to get better because you're still really sick and coughing a lot and stuff. But you have, so we're gonna have like a cozy weekend at home to have tons of rest for you and rest up before you have 2 busy weekends and 2 trips.
Yeah, yarn festivals are always so. Next weekend I work at Nitit, so that's, you know, pretty tiring because the whole day you're standing up, not sitting down, and chatting, and you know, usually we get really busy as well. But for me, it's also something I love doing, exchanging with other knitters and selling our yarn, and that's also, it drains my energy, but it also fills me up with excitement and enthusiasm, and you know, the
Positive energy.
Yeah, and the enrichment you get from meeting people and discussing with people who have the same passion as you do. And so for me, it's always just, even if it's tiring, it's always such a great moment. So yeah, I'm excited as well for next weekend in Lyon. And then in November, I also get to travel to another yarn festival for work in Barcelona, Spain. The Barcelona Knits, it's called. And we go every year with Amy and my colleague Anne as well. And we love going. And this time you're coming with us.
And this time I'm coming.
Well, not
Yes.
with us.
Not,
you're coming
not with
too.
you. I'm going to the festival, not to work, but to attend with our friend Claire. We came 2 years ago and we had a lovely time there. And, you know, Barcelona in November is a really good boost for your energy because 2 years ago and last year even for you when you went, it's sunny, it's nice and warm,
always nice.
and you know, you get that vitamin D and sun that you lack at that time of year. So
and Spain is a wonderful country. The food is great.
There's tons of things to do.
Barcelona is a beautiful city.
There's tons of things to visit. 2 years ago with Claire we did tons of museums and we visited all of the Gaudi, not all of them, but we went to the Sagrada Familia, to the Casa Mila, to the Parc Güell. So I think this year we still have the Casa Batlló to look forward to.
So you're gonna do tourists visits and yarn festival.
Yes.
Sounds nice.
Yeah. It's in a great location too, next to the sea, next to the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good festival. I remember I really, really loved it 2 years ago. The choice of, of vendors that you see there is not the usual. choice of list of vendors that you can see in French festivals.
There's some great European vendors.
Yeah, from Spain, from Portugal, from Italy. So I'm really, really looking forward to having some time off in November and traveling to Barcelona.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a good fall.
Yes.
Yeah, busy with travels, and lots of knitting related fun.
Yes. So should we jump into the knitting?
Sure.
So, should we say what we're wearing? So I'm finally wearing my baseline cardigan that I finished. So
for our
baseline advent cal that started in last December, and I finally finished it. So as you can see, it's a short sleeve one because I knitted most of a sleeve, and then when I tried it on, I didn't like it.
It was a bit too oversized.
Yeah, the sleeve was not good for me. And
I think also your project grew quite a lot in the body with knitting.
Yeah.
And so the proportions didn't look right.
Yeah. So I frogged the sleeve and decided to go for a short sleeve layering option, which I'm really happy about.
Yeah, it looks great.
Because when you have like a heavier yarn and stuff, it can seem like big and don't know how to really express it.
Bulky.
Big and bulky, and I didn't like that, so I thought have it as a jacket, a short sleeve jacket. Might be very good for Barcelona weather, maybe.
It's very cute.
Yeah, I love it. So I knit it in La Bien-Aimée Corrie worsted. This part, the ribbing, is in Corrie in fluoromorganite, and the main part is in Corrie Confetti. What's the name of it?
Amy's Peach Sweater.
Amy's Peach Sweater. Yeah.
Yeah, we ran out. We don't have that color in stock anymore. The light pink.
So that's done, and it's the only thing I finished. No, the second thing I finished, but I'm gonna let you talk about your sweater, and then I'll get back to it.
So, in our last episode, I was almost done with my black Lento, and of course, I very quickly finished it after the episode. So this is my black Lento. So Lento is a pattern by Yona Helin of Len Magazine, and I cast this on for the Lento Love Cal we did with La Bien-Aimée. And so I used Merino singles and Kumo in the colorway Noir. I did a few modifications for this one. I cast on a size 3 instead of 5 because I had I made a first Lento and I thought the color was a little bit wide for my taste. So this time around I cast on a smaller size and then increased to the size that I actually wanted. And then I knit the color double length compared to what is recommended in the pattern. And it's a folded brim, I guess, folded collar. So it's nice and warm. And then I did some A-line increases all along the body. And I made the body pretty long, longer than I would usually. And I did split hem. And what I did, because I wanted to make this a bit more tunic style A-line, so for the bottom ribbing, I didn't switch back to smaller needles. I kept my main fabric needles to keep my ribbing nice and loose, so that it does not. Whoops.
It does not
pull it in at the hem, and so. Because I wanted this to be really versatile and maybe to be able to wear it with just jeans. I have a couple of skinny jeans or kind of leggings. And it's exactly how I wanted it to be. I'm super happy with it. And I have a little bit of yarn left because for this one I used, well, I had 3 skeins of merino singles. I still have quite a lot left. I'd say about 70 grams. Because Lento is knit on a really big needle and so it doesn't use very much yarn at all. I think I used 2.3 skeins of the singles. And 3 skeins of the Kumo. So I have quite a lot of singles left, and I had a skein of little Kumo. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a hat with that, like a really simple 1-1 rib hat. A few weeks ago I saw that Joji Locatelli in her stories, she was knitting a super simple black hat, just a simple ribbed hat, and I was like, that's exactly what I want. And so I'm gonna just knit a simple black hat with my leftovers. Yeah, so that's it. A black sweater. I love it. It's not, very colorful, but it's a really great everyday sweater. So I'm very happy with this. I finished it a while ago. That's it.
So since our last episode, in our last episode, I was trying to tackle my active whips, my languishing whips, and I had taken out and started again the Shifty Sweater by Andrea Mowry. So I actually finished it quite quickly after recording the episode, so in August. I think for a week maybe after the episode I finished the body and then knit the sleeves. I was really happy with it. It was a bit close fitted because I had cast it on in 2022. But after blocking it, I was super happy with it, except that when it was blocking, I noticed that there was a hole in the front. So as it's mosaic knitting, I wasn't really, I was a bit scared of doing it myself. So Julia mended the hole, but then she noticed there was another one in the front. So we thought, okay, we have...
En fait, it looked like the yarn had been eaten.
Yeah.
It looked like moth.
Yeah.
A moth.
Yeah. And so it's the weirdest thing, actually, because we don't have any other...
There haven't been... You've looked through all of your other whips, everything, where it was kept and couldn't see any other signs.
And it appeared after blocking. So I don't really know what to do with it.
And the more I tried to see if I could at least salvage around the edge and see if we could keep it from unraveling anymore. But the problem was every time I would pull on it, the yarn just broke apart. Especially the spin cycle, I thought was completely breaking apart. So it looked like it had been damaged for sure. And
I didn't put it in the washing machine or anything, which is why I don't really understand what happened.
It has to be a moth. Like, clearly the yarn has been eaten.
Yeah.
But I tried to hold the stitches and stuff, but it was really difficult not to unravel it. So
because it's mosaic knitting, you can't really easily mend it. So at the moment it's in a plastic bag.
It lives in this plastic bag.
It lives in this plastic bag. So Juliette took she tried to get some of the stitches
onto double points and stitch markers just to make sure, we could try to see if it was mendable.
Yeah.
For now, that's just how it's staying.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can get it mended, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, because the problem with trying to mend it, the wool is so like frayed that you have to unravel more in order to be able then to go back in, you know, and so
you have to have the 2 yarns and to do the
Yeah.
mosaic, and it's right in the middle too of the chest.
Literally right in the front.
Yeah,
like.
so I don't know what to do with it at the
Right.
moment, and I think wait and see if an expert knitter would like to tackle that.
Yeah, I think we'll have to call in the big guns.
Yeah, I can't do it, I'm sure of that. So, you know,
We'll see.
we'll see. See what happens with that, but that's my epic fail of the summer. I was so happy to be done with it, actually.
And it's a beautiful,
It's so
beautiful,
beautiful.
project. I'm sure it is salvageable. Yeah, I'm sure it is salvageable. It just, you know, have to bring it to someone who can do it really well. And there's people whose job it is. So, you know, I'm sure it can be fixed.
Yeah. So apart from that, I've made very slow progress on my whips. I still have the same whips as last time, so I'll be quick about it. I have 2 active whips. So one is the Elton Cardigan by Joji Locatelli in dark green. So I've done, I've done front and back, and I'm slowly making some progress under the armholes.
Beautiful.
I really love it, but I don't really enjoy knitting it because I don't enjoy knitting mohair, single. It's not very enjoyable. So
And it's very thin, like
Yeah.
you're on really thin needles, and so it takes
forever.
a long time to
yeah,
knit.
I try to knit on it like a couple days a week, to try to, stay on a progress with that, because I really love it and I want to have it, but I don't really enjoy knitting it. So, the yarn is La Bien-Aimée in Super Sock and Mohair in the colorway Emeline, which is a very dark emerald green with a touch of black in it. It's really beautiful. I really, really love it. It's beautiful on the mohair, I think. Very vibrant, very vibrant. And on the Super Sock, it's very, very dark. I think it's gonna be a great
absolutely.
a great cardigan to wear when it's done, which is probably gonna take me a long while, but if I can keep working on it every week and and see some progress, then that's okay.
You have a few good inches under the arm already. Just have to keep knitting those rows.
Yeah, I probably have not more than 2 inches, but slow and steady wins the race, as they say. So I'm gonna keep working on that, and I still have my So Faded sweater that is not in a fade, but that's in the Vespa Graffiti colorway from La Bien-Aimée Merino Sport. I've made good progress on that. I've probably knit about 15 centimeters of the body. I've just attached the third skein this morning. So,
And you're doing it as a top? As a short sleeve
I'm
top?
doing it as a short sleeve top. So
Lovely.
yeah, lovely. Slow progress as well. But
That's the problem with fingering weight projects.
yes.
They're amazing to wear.
Yeah.
And so versatile as well, because they're not too thick, so you can wear them at many other at many different times of the year, but it's true that
it takes
you have
forever.
to,
Yeah, and it's not very engaging. Just knitting the body in the round, so I get quite bored with it. So the same as the Elton, actually, I knit on it for like 30-40 minutes and then I want to put it down. So that's my active whips. I have a third one. Go on and then I'll show the Just Cast On new project.
Because I have a...
You have a big whip.
I have a whip. I have a Rhinebeck sweater on the needles. I showed it last time because I started it in July. Right when we were about to go on summer break. So I think I started it the last week of July. It is my Rhinebeck sweater. It is the Traveler Shell by Andrea Mowry. And it's a lot of knitting. Oh man, it is a lot of knitting. So, take this side. I've done the whole body. And I did one ribbing on the sleeve. And I'm on the second sleeve now. I mean, sleeve. You just do ribbing, but... And then I still have the collar. So I have to pick up along the two fronts and the neck. And do that ribbing. And then I have the pockets.
So almost done, but you still have a
almost
big
done,
chunk
but
of
I still
knitting to do,
have the color is gonna be, it goes all the way around and it's quite thick, so that's still, it's not an hour, it's it's a lot. And this pattern is lovely and squishy, but
it's on 3.5 millimeters.
Because you do two lace weights held together. Helix and Kumo by La Bien-Aimée. I'm using a colorway called the Hotness. And I'm on 3.5 millimeter needles. I've already used almost 2 skeins of Helix and 4 skeins of Kumo. So that's a lot of yarn. A lot of knitting has gone into this. It's a lovely texture, and but yeah, that's a lot of knitting has gone into this. I'm still going strong.
You're almost done there.
Also I'm thinking, I love the pockets. I definitely want to put the big pockets on it, but if the pockets are not done for Rhinebeck, it's not gonna stop me from blocking it and wearing it. So the important part is to finish the collar. I can always knit the pockets on the plane.
Yes.
So I'm really getting there. It's really
it's
looking
manageable.
Yeah, definitely. But that's been a very long labor of love. I'm very excited for it. I love the Traveler Shell. I think it's a great pattern. Amy has 2. I like to borrow those from her. And I think it's so great to just, it's kind of like the little, like a little jacket that you've made here. So I'm super excited. It needs a good block because I think the stitch texture kind of, how do you say?
Pulls it in.
So it needs to relax a little bit in order to be, comfy and oversized and stuff. But yeah, I'm getting there, almost done with my Rhinebeck sweater. It's gonna be close, but it's gonna be done. So I'm super excited. I still have a skein of each. I don't know if I'm gonna need that 3rd skein of Helix. I'm not sure. Anyway, I can always make a shawl with it or something. I love it. So yeah, that's it. That's my whip. It's almost done, and yeah.
So you've been knitting pretty monogamously on
Very
this.
monogamously. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's been just what I've been knitting on for the past 2 months. I'm very, very ready to do other things too. I'm not used to just having just one project, and knitting on a deadline is definitely a motivation killer for me. Even though I've been, I've managed to stay on track. Yeah. I'm proud of myself for, going through with it, but I keep dreaming of casting on so many other projects.
So do you have a cast-on on your mind, or what's going to happen?
So many things. I am also working. The only other thing I've knit is a secret test knit that I'm doing for Nadia, but it's her pattern that releases at Knitted, so it's next week. I'm about halfway through, so I'm pretty late, but I can't show it, and I showed
You'll post a picture on Instagram.
Time. Yeah, so that's gonna be, I would like to finish this one pretty quickly. I'm also crocheting a shawl, and that's gonna be also my, it's gonna be the whip that I get back to, I think.
Your travel plans?
Yeah, for my travel plans, I think a crochet shawl is gonna be fun to have. It's easy, just crocheting that granny in the plane and stuff would be fun, and then maybe I'll bring a hat just to have very simple knitting I can take with me.
If you want to have a smaller, project.
That could be a good, like a portable Rhinebeck project. Otherwise, I definitely have like sweater dreams that I really want to, investigate, and Amy has a Elton Cardigan in big Kumo. It's a black and white striped one by Joji Locatelli. It's called the Boxy Raglan Cardi. Amy made it with short sleeves, and it's adorable. My colleague Lolita just fell in love with it and knit one in one weekend. Well, she's a crazy person. She's the speediest knitter I know, and she's also completely obsessed with knitting, so she was able to crank that out in 3 days. But it's big Kumo, it goes very, very fast. I think you only need like 3 or 4 skeins or something, so I'm pretty sure I could crank one out pretty soon. And I really want to make one in a solid color, either in Bleu Royal or in Sari. And I think that would be super fun to have at our winter pop-up, because Amy has one and Lolita has one, and so we've been talking about all having one and twinning all together in our big Kumo little cardigans.
Nice.
So it's definitely, I think the next thing I want to cast on is that. A fun little cardi, super fluffy, super warm. Yeah. So I think that's gonna be my next plan.
Okay, good plan.
Yeah. So you said you had another whip?
Yes, I do. So I fell in love with a pattern I saw on Instagram. It's called the Obsidian. So I printed it at work, and then it came out on A3, So my pattern is gigantic. So it's the Obsidian pattern, and the designer is called Tania Barley. She is the Wool Barrow on Instagram.
Well, let me see if I can show
Yeah, I didn't print the first page. So it's like this. She knit 2 versions. One is dark as the main color and light as the contrast color.
Attends, regarde, I'm gonna show this.
Yeah.
So it's almost all over color work.
Yeah. Did she use the nightshades?
Oh
No, I don't think so. But when I saw it, I was actually thinking about. I think I probably talked about it a few times on this podcast already, but I have a lot of yarn. I have a big stash, and I've had some sweater quantities for years and years and years. So this summer I kind of sorted out my stash and decided I wanted to knit at least 2 of my sweater quantities that I've had for a long time. And one of them was a Nightshades sweater quantity by Harrisville Designs that I bought at Edinburgh Yarn Festival. I think that last one was in 2019.
Yeah.
So that's when I got it. So this yarn is 5 years old. And when I saw this pattern, I was like, oh my god, I finally know what I'm gonna knit with my Nightshades, because I knew I wanted to knit something with it because I really, really love it, and I've had it for 5 years. But I've been very undecisive about what to knit with it. And so when I saw this pattern, I was like, okay, I finally know. So I cast it on, and I've done all of the setup, the short rows and stuff. But now I need to receive. So I ordered the yarn for the contrasting color, and what I ordered is not the Nightshades, but the Daylights, which is the same yarn but in a light color. With the same, because I don't really know how to describe it.
It's like a black yarn with the Nightshades. They put
Is it worsted spun or woolen spun? Woolen spun, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a woolen spun yarn like the Brooklyn tweed, it's black Como, I think.
Yeah, it's black Como with, so this shade that you have is called VCR. It's the green.
It's the green one, but you have a green, you have a blue, a purple, a pink, and a red one. You have the blue. I also have a skein of the purple one, which is really nice. And so they do the same with
white yarn.
A white base, a cream base.
It's called Daylights.
Daylights with the same. One is green, one is blue, one is purple, one is brown, I think, and one is
they don't do red or something?
I think it's red, yeah. So I ordered last week, when I decided to do this, some Daylights, which is on the way.
So in the matching green.
In the matching
tinted,
green, yeah.
I'm not sure what the process is there, but yeah. Fun, exciting.
Very exciting. So I'm getting back in a, more engaging knit. I think after having not much headspace this summer for knitting and doing, I think I want an exciting whip. So I think good color work is gonna be good.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. And I also want to revisit one of my whips, which I started last year, I think. It's Caitlin Hunter. It's a Caitlin Hunter pattern, which is called Oksa, I think. Yeah, Oksa. Which one of our friends, Anne, who works with you, knit when we were in Barcelona 2 years ago. And
so it's a round yoke
it's
sweater
a round
with
yoke,
a textured stitch on the yoke. Lovely.
Yeah. Anne knitted, I think, in a week or 2 weeks when we were in Barcelona 2 years ago. And hers is really beautiful. So I started it in Corrie worsted. So here it is. But then I interrupted it and actually even cut the yarn and everything, because I used this yarn to knit the Brienne cardigan from the Worsted La Bien-Aimée book.
Yeah.
So I actually want to get some more Corrie worsted and to start this this sweater again, because I think it looks really lovely. It's fan knit, fan
and also
pattern
the
knit.
good thing is that you used French grey, which is the undyed base.
Yeah.
So I can just get you a few more skeins. It doesn't matter the dye lot because it's not dyed.
Yeah. And it's a classic and light color, which is gonna be good for that textured yoke, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and I really love the Corrie worsted. So that one. So yeah, that's the two sweaters I want to get to soon.
Oh, nice.
So I'm really happy with that.
I have a couple of other things to show. Last time we said that we have a little niece on the way. Our brother is going to have a baby and she's coming in early December. So I've been trying to get into baby knitting, but you know, my traveler shell has been my main focus, but I still did manage to whip up a pair of mini baby socks for our niece. So I made her super teeny tiny socks. I used the pattern, I think it's a free pattern, Perfect Newborn Socks or something like that. You remember the Hey Sister podcast? It's one of the sisters. Okay, I don't remember her name.
One's called Rachel and the other,
Tabby. I think it's her pattern, and I got it a really long time ago, and so I made adorable baby socks, and these used like nothing. I just had little leftovers of sock yarn. They used nothing. I did stripes and contrasting heels and toes. So yeah, I really want to make more of these because I have some super fun leftovers of sock yarn. Maybe I'll make them a little bit bigger because these are like newborn size. And our niece is supposed to be a giant because our brother is huge and his partner is very tall as well, Pauline. She's really tall like him, and so the baby is supposed to be super tall and big already, and so I think I'm gonna make more baby socks. I'm also working on a little baby cardigan. I showed it last time and I've knit a bit on it, but I haven't finished it yet. And based on my friend's advice, I also want to make her some little baby hats because she's gonna be born in December.
Yeah,
so
she's gonna need some warmth. I actually plan on winding this yarn, which is the Wandering Flock in DK. It's cosmic tie-dye. I have Sophie shawl in it, which I love. And as I have some yarn left, I thought I'm gonna knit Beloved hat from, is it Tin Can Knits?
Ouais.
With it. So yeah, that's on my knitting plan for this weekend.
Oh, cute. Yes. Beautiful little baby hat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And
voila, so cute. These were so much fun to make. Oh my gosh, so much fun.
Yeah.
One other thing. Last time I showed the yarn I was the spinning I've been working on. I haven't been spinning very much because I've been obsessively knitting on my traveler, but I managed to spin. This was a pink fade from Hedgehog Fibers. I showed it last time because I want to include this in maybe the traveler shawl that I'm gonna make out of my handspan. So I managed to, I taught myself how to spin a fractal, which is very easy, but it was so much fun. And I think the result came out so cool. I am just obsessed with how the yarn came out. And yeah, it was so much fun to spin. And yeah, couldn't be happier with it. So I still have one braid of fiber in the pink that I have. It's the third one I have in the same color. It's really like this dark pink here. And then I should have enough to knit a traveler shawl using only my handspan. So this would also be a really cool future project. I may need to take a break from the traveler before that or after that, because that's just a lot of traveler patterns by Andrea Mowry.
And you already knit the traveler cowl?
Yes.
Yes.
Out of handspan as well.
Yes.
But I just think that texture is really forgiving for like thick and thin yarns and handspan yarns. But maybe I'll do something else. I don't know, but I do like that. So yeah, so that's also something I did during my summer break, and I'm so happy with. Spinning is fun. I can't wait to get back to my fiber stash and stop knitting on a deadline. And yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff I've been making, and then keeping my plans open and loose for the foreseeable future. That's it.
Yeah, I still have a few things on my mind, even though I have one active sweater, one active cardigan, and I've cast on two new, well, one was already a cast on the Oksa, and I've cast on the Obsidian as well, so...
Basil is having the zoomies.
Yeah. But I also want to knit another sweater with some old stash yarn, which is Tweedy from Hedgehog Fibers. I've had that for also maybe about 5 years. I have probably about 6 or 7 skeins of it. So I've been thinking about knitting what's the name of the pattern by Petite Knit?
The no frills?
The no frills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking a simple sweater would be good, and maybe a good option. I'm not 100% sold on it.
It's not gonna be very exciting, but
no, not very exciting, probably. I was thinking maybe of the Andrea cardigan that she knit with.
She designed in worsted.
She also has one that she designed. Winter's Beach County. But I started it and I had a gauge problem a few years ago. So I'm not exactly sure what to do with that. So yeah, that's on my list. I'm also thinking about Stephen West's Mystery Knit Along. I haven't started it, but...
The first clue just came out.
Yeah, the first clue came out 2 days ago. I usually do it almost every year. I didn't do it last year because I got a bit, I don't know. It's a lot of knitting to do in October, which is always a very busy month for me at work. And I don't, as soon as I start, I'm usually behind. And it's a bit stressful. So last year I didn't do it, and this year I thought I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks to see what it actually looks like before I start it. So I've been through my stash this morning.
You still like looked at your options?
Yeah, I still looked at my options this morning because I want to use my stash. So, but I don't have a ton of two skeins options. So one I have is this, the very nice pink from, it's called Mauve actually, by the Wandering Flock in singles, which I got from Stephen and Penelope when we were in Amsterdam.
Oh, I don't remember.
When was it, last year or the year before?
2 years ago, I think.
So this I have, but then I couldn't find any other two skein option in singles that I have in my stash and that would go with it. But I did find two different skeins that look a lot like each other. So I have two La Bien-Aimée options. This one is Winter Garden, which is a cream with some rust, yellow, pink and green, which is really, really nice. And this one is Namu, which is blue, green and yellow. So they look alike. They're not exactly the same. So I think I'm gonna maybe check next week's clue, see if I get excited about it. And if I get excited about it, I might cast it on with this. So
it's a really nice combo.
It's a nice combo.
Yeah.
A classic combo, you know. So
I have to say, I looked at the first clue. I think you don't see enough for me to know if I like it or not.
Yeah, me too.
And also I really loved the last year's MCAL, but I completely stalled in the middle of the second clue. And I'm still like there. So I really loved it, and I love the finished shawl. So I would like to, you know,
get back to
it and finish that shawl one day. It doesn't feel, but I just feel like, yeah, it's a lot of knitting to do at once, and I usually lose my mojo or something, and I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna stop knitting the mystericals during the mystical for a little while, just to, you know, enjoy them from afar for a little while. Also because I'm not so into complicated shawls at the moment, or not complicated, but you know, I really see, the more I knit, the more I see what I like to knit and wear. Is like I just finished a black sweater. I'm doing the Traveler, which is a super simple, like I love the shape and everything, but I do love putting colors together, but these are not the things that I wear the most or even knit the most, and I think I'm more attracted to more minimalist, I guess, patterns and garments. So
yeah, me too.
Even
at the
though
moment,
they're fun to knit, and putting the colors together and everything is,
it's
for me,
more that it's an engaging whip when you're like,
but then I never wear them, or you know, like I love wearing big cowls or shawls. I do wear them, but I don't know, I think for me shawls need to be simple and practical to wear more than, you know.
Last year and in the last 2 years, I've been wearing a lot of the Sophie shawls that I knit in DK. I knit one in Corrie worsted, and I knit one in this cosmic tie-dye, and I've been really enjoying them. So I was thinking I might, and I've been really enjoying also wearing I have two bandanas by La Bien-Aimée. I've been enjoying wearing them even, you know, at home when I'm working from home, because it's quite chilly. So I wear my bandanas all the time. Something here on the back of your neck. So that's true that I enjoy wearing my simpler knits at the moment too. So I've been going through my stash a bit this morning and thinking, so what do I want to wear, and what yarn have I acquired recently that I would like to knit. And so I've been going through bit of my stash. And I've been thinking I would love to knit a Sophie shawl with this Wandering Flock yarn that I got at the La Bien-Aimée pop-up, because it's La Bien-Aimée's exclusive colorway from the Wandering Flock called Amy's Peaches and Dreams.
It's hand painted. It's
Yeah,
so
it's
beautiful.
Completely, it's like a sunset on a pale pink base on the peach, which, you know, I really love the peach. And last year I knit what was Sari Nordland's simple you know, ribbed beanie.
Oh, the robin beanie.
Yeah, the robin beanie. So I have it in that already. And at the pop-up I got 2 more because I thought I love this beanie so much, I want to have a matching shawl or scarf or something, or cowl. So I think I'm gonna cast on a Sophie shawl with this. And I've been also wanting to have another Sophie shawl, using some of the spin cycle I got a few months ago. This one is the Fine Line colorway, which I really love, and I think is really my colors.
Do you think that's enough yarn?
Well, I
for
think
a Sophie shawl?
I think if I stripe it, it's gonna be enough.
Ooh.
And I was thinking I might use this Olan yarn that I got in Barcelona 2 years ago, which I really love. And it's I don't know, she doesn't dye anymore, I think.
No,
No,
she stopped. Yeah.
she stopped. But I got a few skeins in Barcelona 2 years ago. And actually, I was really happy to meet her, Jess, because I've been a big fan of her company for a very long time. So I'm happy I got that, and I think it would look really nice with this spin cycle. So I also want to do...
It's kind of like the bandana that you just did.
Yes, yeah. I did a bandana with stripes with a spin cycle, and another one was a baby paca by the Wandering Flock.
Right.
I think it looks really nice.
It does.
It really celebrates the spin cycle, I think, when you put it together with a simpler yarn. So that's also on my knitting list. So 2 Sophie shawls to be made like this. And also I want to cast on a new pair of socks with a very old stash yarn, which is Hedgerow Yarns, which is a British company, I think.
Do they still dye?
I think so.
Okay.
I really love it. It is, you know, I think it's probably a very small company, but I love that aesthetic of, you know, country, simple colors, not like neons in your face. So I really love it, and also I think it might go really well with the spin cycle too. So
c'est vrai.
I'm not completely decided about which one I'm gonna use. I might do a bit of swatching with both, just to make sure which one I want to cast on. And it's really soft. It's 85% extra fine merino and 15% nylon. I love it, and I've probably had it for 4 or 5 years also. So, you know, I think I'm doing well with making plans with my long time stash. Yeah, and also because I know that I'm gonna bring back probably some yarn from Barcelona. I want to use my long time stash before I bring new things into it. So yeah, so that's on my plans for the coming weeks.
Yeah, I'm not so much into the neutrals. When you were saying I love how, you know, soft and not too in your face, and I was looking at what I have in front of me and I was like,
no, but pink is your neutral, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I also love a good pink, but maybe a more nuanced one, a bit like I'm wearing, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what we've been doing, and we're both really busy at work.
Both really tired from being sick. So,
Yeah.
you know. But you must keep going forward and try not to question yourself too much. That's what I'm trying to do at the moment. Keep going. And, you know, have a rest when it's possible, and having good plans also helps, keeps you motivated. So planning on, you know, traveling is good. After Barcelona, I'm gonna go to England for a bit. So, you know, yeah, that's
Visit
a good...
our cousins.
Yeah, that's a good perspective.
And for next year, I really want to start planning another trip as well. This spring we went to Athens and it was amazing. We're already like sending each other photos and stuff during the day, like remember the breakfast at the hotel, and oh, I would like to go back there, and you know, but instead of going
The
back,
hotel was really, really great.
yeah,
They had amazing breakfast options. Oh my god.
We just had a great time. But I'm thinking every spring our new tradition is travel somewhere that's been like on your, not, you know, bucket list, or just for me it is Italy. Italy is just my dream destination. I went to Venice and the north of Italy a really long time ago, and I absolutely want to now go and visit other places in Italy that I've never been to. So I really want to plan a trip to Rome and Florence. I think it would be amazing to do like 8 days and go to the two cities. And so I've been, you know, planning this in my mind for a really long time, but I think that really soon is gonna be time for us to start planning that trip. Because just springtime is gonna be, you know, I need a good
break, and Athens was a really good option because we went there in
early April,
and the weather was incredible, and it was so pleasant to, you know, enjoy a bit of sun. Also, when you go to Greece, you in the summer, it's too hot to visit.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to do the Acropolis, you know, the right way and do the whole thing.
For me, I think Italy would be too hot to travel in the summer as
probably.
well. And because we do like culture, and visiting cultural sites, and, you know, just getting our fill of culture and everything. I think that Rome and Florence just sound absolutely amazing for us.
Yeah.
We also want to go and visit Copenhagen, and, you know, just so many places to go and visit. But I think that
we also have a plan, but that's maybe a bit further down the road. But we've been thinking about going on a hike along Hadrian's Wall, which is is it the frontier? It used to be a frontier between England and Scotland.
The frontier between England and Scotland, but it's a wall, a stone wall built by the Romans, the Roman Emperor Hadrian, and so you can walk all along that
from one coast to the other, at the narrowest in Britain.
Right.
Yeah. And it goes from, is it Newcastle?
No.
I look it up.
Further up north than Newcastle, I think. Anyway, one of our goals is to hike along Hadrian's Wall, but for that we need training.
Yes.
This is not something we can just decide.
Yeah, it goes from Newcastle to don't know the name of the other thing. So
Okay.
yeah. But you can do different options,
Yes.
and you can do it like really intensely, but we're not really prepared for that. Or you can do it taking more of your time and working less during the day with a company that takes your luggage from one place to the next. And so, yeah, I really, really want to do that as well. But I think you need to go like at the top of summer. To be sure to have,
Yeah.
good weather and no rain and no mud and stuff like that. Yeah, I think you really need to go, June, July, but maybe not April or May. Maybe the weather's not good enough at that time in Scotland to do that. So I got a book about it a couple of weeks ago when I was in Nantes for the weekend, and I'm really excited about it. And I've been dreaming, actually this morning I had a dream that I was in a sleeper train in Scotland, and I've been really dreaming about that probably for next summer. Taking the train to the Highlands and hiking Adrian's Wall, and yeah. So it's good to have plans, and we'll see if we can make that happen next summer or the one after that or something. But yeah. It's dream travel at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah, so we'll come back sometime before
Hopefully
Christmas, maybe.
soon. And maybe with some beautiful yarn purchases from the yarn festivals that we're attending this fall.
Yeah.
If I meet any of you, maybe in Rhinebeck, I don't know, please come and say hi. It would be so much fun.
So thanks for tuning in, and have a good time in sweater weather, and I hope you do tons of knitting, and you have a good time if you're attending any knitting festivals. So yeah. Hope you enjoy your fall. I can't wait to have some heating to feel a bit better about it, and
Yeah, stay warm.
Stay warm and cozy at home
cozy.
with your knitting. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.